hyperinflation, global pandemics, borders under pressure. It sounds like the morning news, but it's actually Rome circa 235 AD. After building the greatest empire the world had ever seen in part 1, the superpower is about to face a perfect storm of its own making. The expedition continues now with part 2. Today, we witness the Great Split, the moment the barbarians stepped inside the house, and the haunting end of an era. History is a cruel poet, and the second half of this story is its darkest verse. Grab your gear, we're heading into the decay. The crisis of the 3rd century. But history is cruel. No empire lives forever. After the death of Marcus Aurelius, the golden age of the Pax Romana came to a screeching halt. The 3rd century brought a perfect storm of chaos. Plague decimated the population. Hyperinflation made money worthless. And the army turned on itself. This was the crisis of the 3rd century. In a span of just 50 years, Rome saw 26 different emperors claiming the throne. Almost all of them were murdered by their own guards or killed in civil wars. The central government collapsed. For the first time, the citizens didn't look to Rome for protection. They looked to local warlords. The glue holding the world together was melting. The split. Diocletian and Constantine. Out of this anarchy stepped a soldier emperor named Diocletian. He realized a terrifying truth. The empire was simply too big for one man to rule. So in 285 AD, he did the unthinkable. He split the empire in two. The west ruled from Milan and later Ravenna, and the east ruled from Nicomedia. But the true shift came with Constantine the Great. He not only legalized Christianity, ending centuries of persecution, but he also moved the capital. He turned an ancient Greek colony called Byzantium into Nova Roma, New Rome. We know it as Constantinople. While the east became rich, fortified, and Christian, the west was left poor, exposed, and vulnerable. Rome, the old mother, was abandoned by her children. The Great Migration. While Rome was busy fighting itself, a nightmare arrived from the steppes of Asia. The Huns. They were a force of nature, pushing everything in their path westward. Terrified Germanic tribes, the Goths, the Vandals, the Franks, fled before them. They didn't want to conquer Rome. They wanted to escape into it. They showed up at the Danube River, starving and desperate, asking for asylum. Rome, arrogant and corrupt, mistreated these refugees. They sold them dog meat in exchange for their children. Inevitably, the Goths revolted. At the Battle of Adrianople in 378 AD, they didn't just defeat the Roman army, they annihilated it and killed the Eastern Emperor Valens. The shockwave was felt around the world. The barbarians were no longer at the gates. They were inside the house. The sack of Rome, 410 AD. The final psychological blow came on August 24th, 410 AD. Under their king Alaric, the Visigoths marched to the walls of Rome. For 3 days, they sacked the Eternal City. Palaces were looted, temples were stripped, and the sacred flame of Vesta was extinguished. It wasn't the end of the empire politically, that would drag on for another few decades, but it was the end of the idea of Rome. Saint Jerome, writing from Bethlehem, wept. The city, which had taken the whole world, was itself taken. The spell of invincibility was broken forever. Part 4, The Legacy. The Quiet End, 476 AD. The end of the Western Roman Empire did not come with a bang, but with a whimper. There was no great final battle, no last stand. In 476 AD, a Germanic warlord named Odoacer simply walked into the palace in Ravenna. The last emperor was not a mighty warrior. He was a scared little boy. In a twist of supreme irony, this boy's name was Romulus Augustulus. He bore the name of Rome's founder, Romulus, and its first emperor, Augustus. History, it seems, has a dark sense of humor. Odoacer didn't even bother to kill him. He just sent him away to live in a villa with a pension. The regalia of the West was packed up and shipped to Constantinople. The sun had set. Rome did not die. It transformed. But did Rome really die? In the east, the Roman eagle continued to fly over Constantinople for another 1,000 years. They called themselves Romaioi, Romans. They preserved the knowledge, the art, and the laws, while Europe slept in the Dark Ages. And in the West, Rome didn't disappear. It dissolved into the groundwater of history. The Catholic Church stepped into the power vacuum, adopting Rome's administrative structure, its Latin language, and its title of Pontifex Maximus for the Pope. The barbarian kings who conquered Rome ended up copying Rome. Their languages, French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, are just modern dialects of Latin. Walk into any court of law, and you are using Roman concepts. Look at the architecture of Washington, D.C., Paris, or London. They are echoes of the Roman Forum. Rome taught us that civilization is fragile. It is a garden that must be constantly tended, or the jungle will reclaim it. The empire of the legions is gone, but the empire of the mind, that is eternal. We have walked from the malaria-infested swamps of the Palatine Hill to the burning ruins of Carthage. We have watched a republic of iron swear to never suffer a king, only to willingly hand its freedom to an emperor of marble. The 4 chapters of this epic, the desperate rise, the golden zenith, the agonizing decay, and the quiet end of a scared boy emperor, are not just ancient history. They are a mirror. Rome proved that human ambition can conquer the earth, but arrogance and division can destroy even the immortal. The statues have crumbled, the legions are dust, but the echo of Rome will resonate until the end of time. I am the Chronographer. If you want to keep documenting the lost chapters of human history with us, subscribe and join the expedition. The past is never truly dead. It's just waiting to be read until the next turn of the tide. As the marble of the empire begins to crack, the real story emerges. I am proud to announce the release of the 2nd volume of our chronicle. Volume 2, Shattered Crown. You can find Shattered Crown individually, or for those seeking the complete journey, you can get it bundled with Volume 1, Architects of Power, at a special discounted price. If you wish to journey deeper into the heart of the Empire and uncover the secrets that the sands of time have tried to bury, be sure to explore my exclusive ebooks in the description below. Let us continue to map the truth together